Drop it.
What's going on, you sexy fuckers? How you doing? What's good? All right. Now, this stream is a little impromptu. Market was closed. I actually woke up this morning early. I just forgot what day I was in. I'm like, wait, hold up. How you guys doing? Tabasco, stock banger. How is everybody doing? Let me pour me a glass. I'll be right back. Joanna Marquez, please do that. Now, this is all about education. We're not going to be chasing. We're not going to be chasing plays today. What we want to be doing is going back and just sort of kind of like re-energizing the basics of the strategy. And what better time to do that than on a day off? Now, poor STV, the poor guy, he's stranded in fucking frigid Florida right now because his flight's delayed. Is it not, buddy? It's delayed. Now, we had plans to do the live stream tonight, but now that he's delayed, I figured, hey, why not? Why not get you guys on a live stream when you got a bunch of, I don't know, got a bunch of regret about your significant other? You know, because they gave you socks and you're just tired of that shit. You just want to, be like, bye, we're done. You need a new love for Valentine's Day, right? Outside of that, you're probably dealing with hangovers. And pass the service. All right, everyone wants to, you guys want to drink still. Wait, so you guys still on like a holiday hangover? Fidel, cash flow, what's good? I hate airports. We need a 1348 jet. Andy, is that in the budget? Andy, if you're watching, is that in the budget, man? You know what? I tell you guys what, last night was the first night in damn near a week where I wasn't coughing. I was actually able to sleep. That was a breakthrough moment for me because I felt like I was going to die all week. Let's see. Tabasco Dave, timeshare jet? Yeah. I mean, we could probably do like NetJets. I mean, I've done NetJets before. Pretty cool. Can't get a hangover if you keep drinking, Morrow. I mean, I like your logic, but God bless you for tomorrow. All right, Stockbanger, what's going on? Danny, what's up? DM, thank you. I'm glad I'm feeling better too. I am glad I'm feeling better too. I was actually excited to just get back on video. I'm a little rusty right now, right? So, but yeah, we're back on video. Let's get right into it again. Today is sort of kind of like welcoming all the newcomers and those who are still on the fence about 1348. We just really want to show you the strategy, break it down, show you how simple it is. All right. And let's see. Angel says, I have salted caramel Haluha in my coffee. Oh, you're asking for it. Let's see. Thanks, Laurie. Bruce, yes, smash that like button. All right, so we got 5 minutes of intro, and I'm not really making a whole lot of sense, so I think I'm still, like, just drunk on my Dayquil. Yeah, Kahlua. Check mail after tomorrow, Gabe. Yes, Tabasco Dave. I am absolutely checking it. I'm absolutely excited. Thank you for that, man. You didn't have to. Eddie R, simple, even with the 9 to 5, you betcha. Let's see, drunk from Killer Year. Drunk from Dayquil. All right, let's get right into it. So Eddie R, you asked a really good question. Simple even for 9 to 5ers. Yes, I have a video talking about how 1348 can apply to those who are still sort of kind of imprisoned by their day job. So, okay, let's get right into it. Let's see, get the chart up. Will this video be saved so you can rewatch it? If you have the link, you're good to go. Join for lifetime. Oh, wow. Christened. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining for lifetime. Now, for those who are asking, can I do this on a daily? Yes, you also do get daily alerts. And in this case, you have the SPY. You get the call alert, of which you're able then to make some profit. So the call comes on this candle at 398. You go ahead and you buy, let's say, 30 days out on expiration. You come up to 408, right? And you're making money. That's just the way this works, right? You could also see proof of concept. For those who have day jobs, here we are on the daily chart. If you got to put here, and, well, I mean, let's see, from September 2nd to October 13th. Little over 30 days, but again, you get a 30-day expiration on your contract, and you're printing big time, right? As you guys can see, you get the call alert on a daily. Boom, right? So those who have 9-to-5ers, for those 9-to-5ers who have day jobs, yes, the strategy does work for you. And what's more, well, you know what? Here we go. We also alert you with Trader Joe the crosses on the daily. We got daily crosses here as well. We let you know which direction's going, right? We got Pythagoras, which attempts, and Pythagoras is taking some time to load here, but Pythagoras attempts to go ahead and triangulate the cross and get you in a little earlier, right? Now, it's been a wonky market, so Pythagoras is currently down. That's fine. He only started August 16th, okay? But to be down 9%, that's actually really, really freaking good, considering that the market's absolutely gotten slaughtered and people are still waiting for their Santa Claus rally. Who's still waiting for a Santa Claus rally? Who's still waiting for a Santa Claus rally? Apparently, Jim Cramer is waiting for a Santa Claus rally. I mean, he really believes that the market's set up for a pivot. So let's go ahead and look at the SPY really quickly. Let's see, made 10% on my port last week. TMR, that's dope. Santa crash and burn? Yeah, I believe so too. Let's go ahead and go back to the charts. We're going to show you the SPY on the daily. We're going to show you exactly how we are reading this, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clear out the blue pill lines for you, okay? We're going to remove the 6 drawings. And what we have here, a couple of things that are interesting. We have basically, you have the SPY, which is consolidating at this level here. So that's going to be your first line I'm drawing for you. Guys, you could also use this for context tomorrow when you wake up, okay? This is where we're at. This is the level. As it stands right now, RSI is below 50. And we're going to get into this in a second, okay? Below 50. So you guys know the rules are when RSI is below 50, we're committed to a downtrend. Now, the MACD seems to be developing here to the downside. So this is something we definitely want to watch and pay attention to this level. I'm probably not going to enter and go put side on the SPY until I see a clear candle break below this level with RSI pivoting down, right? This is all relative to the rules. Now, let's go ahead and talk about how we play things on a 5-minute. All right, so we're going to go through the basics here, right? We're going to talk about 1348. We're going to talk about the indicators and how we use them, okay? Now, I want you guys to get paper and pen. No, seriously, get paper and pen. I know, I don't care. I don't care if it's the backside of, you know, the wrapping paper from the Christmas gifts. I know you guys got like a big ass bag somewhere, just load of wrapping paper, ready to go to the garbage. Whatever, grab yourself a Sharpie, some paper, let's talk. Let's see, what will we hit first, 350 SPY or 420 SPY? I don't know. I'm just gonna play the trend, that's it, right? And that's what 1348 is all about, is instead of us sitting here and attempting to predict, we simply go where the market goes. Now, there are gonna be some, I don't know. Some traders are going to say, well, moving averages are basically trailing indicators, right? They're now leading indicators. But the thing is that when we're able to anticipate the moving average behavior based on RSI and MACD, you sort of kind of get a present moment image of what's happening and what will happen. And guys, you see us on the daily stream each and every day. Myself and STV, we play to levels and everything just pans out, right? It does a really, really good job in respecting the levels. But let's get to 1348 in its core. So 1348 pertaining to the charts here. What I want to do is, let me see if I go ahead and let's remove the levels first. Let's clean up the charts here. We're going to go to settings. We go to visibility rate style. And what we're going to do is we are going to take out support and resistance. And we have the call to put 13. Okay. So as it stands right now, we are only concerned with 3 particular EMAs. The 13, which you see here, is the blue line. The 48, which you see here, red line. And then the yellow line is the 200 EMA. Now, rules are, and this is where you probably want to start jotting things down. When price action breaks below the 200 EMA, or the yellow line here, when price action breaks below here, we are looking for puts. That's what we're looking for. I don't know how to emphasize that even more. I mean, we're looking for puts if we're down here. That's what we're looking for. Maybe I got to change the color here and change the font. There you go. There you go. So when we are below the yellow line, we're looking for puts, okay? Alternatively, if we are, again, you see price action below the yellow line, you can see the puts there, right? Now, what you can see here, we'll go ahead and when price action is above the 200 EMA, we are looking for calls, okay? So let me go ahead and draw this out as well. We're looking for calls. Right. Let's go ahead and change this color. Change this color to something like green. Okay. So price action above the 200 EMA, we're looking for calls. That means we're betting that price action is going to go up. When price action is below the 200 EMA, we're looking for puts. As you can see, there you go. Simple enough? Simple enough? Is that simple enough? Can I get thumbs up for that? Is that simple enough? That is the first rule, the most fundamental rule to 1348. Okay? This is the first rule. We could go ahead and apply this to the daily. You could see on the daily, let me just go ahead and delete this here. We'll go ahead and delete it. And we can look at it on the daily, and you could see it on the daily. When price action is below the 200 EMA, we're biased to what? We're biased to puts. Angel, you're asking an advanced question. This is a fundamentals video, but you're asking a question. How do you not get stopped out, though, when, say, it's under the 200 EMA and it starts going up? The way you don't get stopped out is by giving yourself time. Time. We talk about this time. We had a gentleman jump on a live stream last week, and we uncovered he was playing 0 days and getting his ass handed to him. If you guys want to beat the chop, right, and just maintain your composure in case the market works against you, more time. Also, we'll get into why we don't play when we're super close to a 200 EMA, and or we'll get into the call and the put when we're closer. It's also known as a scalp. Yeah. So the scalps are going to start making sense to you, but let's go ahead and, again, just illustrate the importance of this. Price action below the 200 EMA, you're biased to puts. Now, price action, and this is a great illustration. This is why you guys thought you were amazing fucking traders, right? After COVID, right? They pumped a lot of money into the market. And so what was happening? Price action stayed above the 200 until February. Let's look at this. January of 2022, right? So you could see that as long as price action was above the 200 EMA, you were biased to calls, right? You were biased to calls. So the opposite's true. This also applies to the 5-minute. This also applies to each and every time frame. You guys are going to go back into the Discord and go into the community section and start asking questions like if the rule is not applicable in the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 30-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, the monthly, the yearly. It's applicable through all time frames. Okay. So again, let's not be a maverick. Okay. Let's not reinvent the wheel. We've put the system together so that it's easy for individuals like you to digest and navigate, okay? All right, let's get right back to it. Now, let's see. Tabasco Dave says, I learned a shit ton in 2022, then started playing towards the end of 2022. 2023 is all business. How do you update the chart on TradingView? Well, to update the chart on TradingView, if you go into platform, I'll show you guys, right? If you go into platform, you can click any of our alerts. Let's use an Invictus alert, for example, right? What you're going to get here is a firm. When you click the link there, by the way, you're going to get options data here. We're going to get into the options part really quickly. You have the option to open chart, go to TradingView, or custom chart download. This is where you're going to be able to click on it and then save the chart. Okay. Now you're wondering what's all this options data? It's going to start making sense to you in a second. All right. Now let's go back to the chart here and let's go to the 5-minute here with the SPY. So now that we have the basics here where price action above the 200 EMA, you're looking for calls. You're looking for calls. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for calls. If you're looking for puts when you see price action above the 200 EMA, well, then that's when we start looking for scalps. Let me explain. So you get price action surge above the 200 EMA, and you got this call. Now, this actually got hit by resistance, and we're going to bring those lines back up for you in a second, right? But let's say you did catch the pivot high on this, which is the high on this red candle, right? 282.69. So if you get the pivot high, right, and you're going short, your expectation is that price action simply comes down to the 200 EMA for a scalp. Now, in this situation, yeah, it gave you a little more than you deserve, but we don't play for that. We don't play for, is it going to give me more? We play for, it's going to give me, right? I rather play what I know will make me money than hold on to speculate just to see how much money I can make. We often say, fuck around and find out. Well, that's what tends to happen to a lot of traders. You're in a good trade, but you get greedy, you fuck around, you find out, then your contract's worthless. All right. So in this situation, we play it straight down to the 200 EMA, and that is our exit point. Now, this is also a proof of concept because what we see here is that it bounced off the 200 EMA and it goes right back into a call trend. Consolidates, comes back down to the 200 EMA, bounces right back up. You could see it is literally stair-stepping its way up off the 200 EMA for its final bounce off the 48 EMA before closing into the weekend. Now, Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because for the life of me, so many people disrespect the hell out of that 200 EMA, and then they wonder why their asses are getting handed to them. Respect the 200 EMA, okay? Tagi Overcomer, why don't you do live trades so we could see when to get in and get out? Tagi, if you can't understand what I'm sharing with you and you cannot understand what we do in a live stream, I'm giving you a preface to what we do each and every day on a live stream, myself and Short the Vix. We do more than any other community out there, hands down, bar none. We do so much more, right? Guys, again, if you're on the fence, 14 days free. I'm willing to put my money and my time where my mouth is. 14 days free. Go ahead. Check out the link down in the description. Trade1348.com. Go ahead and get yourself some. All right? We do this on a live stream each and every day. And for those who are watching, you guys already know the 200 EMA. She's goated. She is goated. Okay, now that we have the 200 EMA, Wayne says, should we respect the 13 and the 48 as well? Yes, you should. Every EMA, when the 13 crosses above the 48, is signaling that price action is trending up, but they also act as support and resistance lines. All right? That's what it acts like. The 200 EMA acts as degoated God level support and resistance. God level, right? And then we have the intermediate levels, and we're gonna get into that in a second. But what I want to show you is the importance of respecting these levels. Now, I'm gonna sound like a freaking broken record, but you could see here, this is a great example. You get a call below the 200 EMA, but you know that this is a scalp into it. It gets rejected, finally breaks through, comes right back down, breaks through, and then uses the 200 EMA as support. Now, I'm giving you guys just the most recent example, but what you can do is go back and go to your favorite ticker and go to the chart and plot these EMAs and see for yourself. Amish, is there a promo on the monthly? No, the promo's only for OGs. If you're an OG in the community, you get the promo. If you're not an OG, well, we're still cheaper than 96. The price is only 69 now, all right? So, let's get back to it. That is the 13 crossing above the 200 EMA, price action crossing above the 200 EMA, your buy is to close. Okay, so looking at this chart, how do we get the call and put signals? So, there's a lot of confusion for people who are not in the Discord. When they go ahead and they put their moving averages, they, for whatever reason, put their simple moving averages, the SMA, the simple moving averages. No, we don't use simple moving averages. We use exponential moving averages. EMA, eat my ass, exponential moving averages. Just remember that. Frame of reference, eat my ass. I know it's probably not the best, but that's how you would probably, I'm just a fucked up head. I'm sorry. That's just me, right? That's how I remember it. Anyways, the exponential moving averages put more weight on recent price action. So therefore, we find it to be a far more, sensitive to prices, right? So again, people say, well, moving averages are not leading indicators, but EMAs are more like present indicators, right? They're putting more emphasis on the recent price action, right? So going back to the chart, we see When the 13 crosses below the 48, we are in a put, and you're signaled this on the chart. You're signaled this. You are signaled that exactly, right? Up until it crosses, and then it tells you, hey, now it's time for calls. Okay? Very, very simple stuff, right? Very, very simple stuff. You guys following along? Especially the noobs, the how many people we have in here? We have 242 viewers. Hopefully some people will go ahead and rewatch this and just really see the simplicity of our system. Okay? So it is really that simple. It is really, really that simple. We don't have to overcomplicate it. We don't have to draw trend lines. We don't have to go ahead and remember candlestick patterns. We don't have to remember abandoned babies or George W's or any of that fucking nonsense. We just don't, right? We keep it very, very, very simple. Okay? Very, very simple. Let's go back to the basics. It's really not that hard, guys. Okay? Now, if trust me, I would love to make this harder than what it is and constantly just like flex on you guys with helicopters, Maybachs, hookers galore, right? And be like, all right, you guys need to admire me because I'm the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, I could do that, but why? I want you guys to be the best versions of yourself. And we have something that will allow you to trade with the elite, trade with the best of them, will allow you to go ahead and go on Wall Street Bets or Twitter and be like, what the fuck did this guy just say? No, the chart is saying otherwise. He's going to lose his ass. Hey, I called out Meet Kevin twice. Okay, anyways, going back to the chart. Lori, you will get there, right? My goal is to become a mini Gabe or STV. Lori, I'm going to stay quiet. We're going to keep this as educational as possible. Right? It is very, very easy. You just don't overcomplicate it, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and reintroduce support and resistance lines because, Lord have mercy, we get so many questions on what this is. Now, guys, we take just all the thinking and all the emotions, we take it out of the equation because we offer the support and resistance. We plot this for you, right? We plot this for you. It is literally up to you if you're going to respect it or not. Okay? John, thanks for that tidbit. Okay? Now, for the life of me, and this is what blows my mind. All right. If your mom says, don't put your finger in the socket, why the fuck do you do it? We're telling you guys, don't put your finger in the socket, but you still do it. And so, again, we fall back on that term. Want to fuck around? You're going to find out. So literally look at the chart and look at the support and resistance and say, oh, the chart, Gabe and STV, they're saying, let's not put our finger in the socket, right? Meaning, let's not get greedy. You got the put signal, you got a level here. This is where you're like, oh, we're in a put. It's hitting a level of support. This is where I take profit. Because if you don't, well, you sure as hell going to fuck around and find out. Right? The same thing holds true for calls. You get the call here. You have a level posted here. You really want to sit around? You really want to fuck around and find out? Because these levels are literally telling you we're a socket. You don't want to put your finger in us, right? You can play up to a level and then secure the bag, all right? David, that's what we're here for. That's what this community is here for. Fuck those space calls. Hey, Twitter, if you're watching, fuck your space calls. Just seriously. You guys are just, seriously, just fuck your space calls. I'm just really sick and tired of people like sitting there speculating, like, "Hey, Bob, yeah. So, what do you think about those synthetics over there? You think, you think hedgies are fucked? You think, yeah, you think we can get rich? Yeah. What about CEI? Yeah, it's just like everybody sitting on these fucking space calls, just really trying to sound smart, and I'm just really sick and tired of it, right? Because those space calls do not equate to actionable alerts to help you create actionable results. But we do. Oh, we do. Okay. So back to the charts, guys. You have to respect these levels. If people are literally wasting their life not to make money. Tabasco Dave, you're absolutely right. Did you know that poverty is a disease? That being poor is a disease, right? And it's a social disease on top of that. But for whatever reason, people like to congregate and be like, "Hey, I'm poor and I'm depressed and I need a friend." And here, John's like, "So am I. I'm poor and depressed too. But hey, don't worry. I'm going to tap you on the back and I'm going to let you know, like, hey, we're going to the moon soon. We are. We certainly are." No. Okay. Anyways, back to the charts. Respect your levels. Okay. Respect your levels. Yeah, you could see the levels are there. They're there for you. Respect them. We're going to keep showing you the levels. They're there. Oh, they're there. Respect them. Right? Okay. So, actually, you guys brought something else up. Right? Oh, by the way, that wasn't a voice changer. That's my voice. I could pull off a white guy really fucking well, Billy. Hopefully I don't get canceled. Anyways, so here we go. Now, we're trying to make this fun and educational, but I mean, we're full on degens here. Hey, fuck it, it's a Monday, right? Um, oh man, yeah, that's my real voice. It's the Elmo voice. All right. Anyways, so we got that out of the way, right? Do you guys understand support and resistance, guys? We plotted on a chart for you. It's given to you. Lil Wayne? Nah, I can't do Lil Wayne. I mean, I still make it rain on them hoes, though, but still. You guys get it, right? This is support and resistance. So we got two core concepts. 13 crosses above the 48 here in a call, crosses below the 48 here in a put. Price action above the 200 EMA, your buys to the call. Below the 200 EMA, your buys to the put. You have support and resistance levels. Support and resistance levels show you where to secure the bag and not be greedy. Let's not be greedy. Don't be greedy. That's it. It's really that simple. It's all about base hits, right? All about base hits. Seriously. So we covered those concepts. Now, let's talk about RSI and let's talk about these indicators because there's also a lot of confusion with the ADX. And I will say this. The ADX is not, I guess, it's not it's kind of like a credit score. It's probably like 6% of your overall score, right? I mean, it's not a big component of 1348, the ADX, but it helps you to visualize the strength and the trend. And we're going to get to that in a second, but let's break down the RSI and the MACD, and let's do it. Okay. Now, the chart here. The way we like to use RSI, again, if price action is below 50, we are bullish. If price action is below 50, right? Well, excuse me, if RSI, let me rewind. Again, guys, I'm a little rusty. Please bear with me, okay? So if you got RSI above 50, you're bullish. RSI below 50, you're bearish. Okay? So RSI below 50, you're bearish. Above 50, you're bullish. All right. We're talking about stocks, and now we're talking about bacon. What the hell? Okay. So, how do we use this? Okay. Well, we use this as also an entry and exit. Let me explain. In this example, we have a couple of clues here. Yeah, I wouldn't be on my day stream if Gabe didn't fumble indicators. Absolutely not, right? So, let's see. Stocks are like bacon. Some people undercook it. Some people overcook it. Junior, what's up? Hogs get slaughtered? Absolutely. So let's look at this here. And I want you guys to really pay attention to this. So you got your put signal and it came down to a level, right? This is where you're like, okay, I secured the bag, right? You then came down and established another level. But then what happened with RSI? RSI crossed its moving average. The MACD begins to get weak. Now, we're going to draw the correlation between RSI and MACD in a second. But what the RSI can do by virtue of crossing its moving average is also give you another entry point. Now, as long as the 13 is in fact trending into its 48, ladies and gentlemen, you are good. Now, Cripwalker. I'm glad you asked. Cripwalker. Yes. Yes. This works for traders. This works for trading. This works for trading just shares. Absolutely, Cripwalker. In fact, for those who are a little nervous or a little risk averse, shares are probably where you want to go. But in order to play it both ways, you have to be able to go long and you have to be able to go short, which would require a margin account. However, you can play options with a cash account and, your cash, as long as your position is closed the same day, your settlement is pretty much next day. So your cash is available to you next day. So for those with cash accounts who are wondering, like, okay, but what about, settlement days with options? They're next day settlement. For those who have margin, you don't really have to worry about that. All right. Trader Joe plays shares. Exactly. I'll go. Okay. Are shorts better than puts? No. Again, options are basically the underlining of the stock. Now, options are far more riskier than shares. They are. Risk to reward, you got to consider that, right? For those, again, who are risk averse, play with shares, right? You get no theta. Absolutely. No theta when you buy puts. No theta. But again, you would need 25,000 or more in your account, and you would need margin. Does Trader Joe close his positions the same day? No. Right. So Chaitano says in the money or out of the money options. Okay, we're going to get into that in a second. We're just explaining the RSI. So RSI breaking above its moving average, you could expect it to be bullish. Below its moving average, when it breaks below, you could expect bearish, right? Also, the value below 50, bearish. Above 50, bullish, okay? And these are all things that you want to consider when you're trading, all right? So now let's talk about the MACD. Now we use a custom MACD. This is not your typical MACD, guys. The MACD settings for this are 24, 52, and 18 for signal smoothing. It's essentially double than what the default values are. Okay? Let's see. Infinite losses are what scare me with actual shorts on margin account. Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta use the stop loss method. It doesn't really matter. But anyways, going back to the MACD, you see your fast length is 24. Originally it's 12. Slow length is 52, right? And then signal smoothing is 8. Originally 9, right? So you just cut this in half, and that's what your default value is, right? So we essentially double up. Why double? Because it smooths everything out, right? It smooths everything out on the 5-minute time frame. So you could see that the MACD sort of kind of like reflects price action in regards to momentum. It closely reflects it a lot better, right? You go ahead and you see like when you get this move to the upside, you are green, but you could see how this mound keeps you in the play for the whole entire day almost. But if you really look at it, it's flat. That's why I draw this trend line. And you could see what price action has been doing over this period of time is it's flat. So what we do is we smooth things out. We take out a lot of the noise, but it gives you a better idea as to what type of market is it. Is it a trending market, or is it moving sideways? If it's moving sideways, so we'll give you another example of this, right? When we break below, look at this. So you get this put here, right? And it came all the way down. The MACD literally followed price action up to the point where you could see, look at these candles here. It started moving sideways. And then you could see here it developed a little more bearish momentum until it finally crossed. And then you have this huge mound to the upside. Okay. So this makes the MACD a little more sensitive to price action. But as long as you're able to read it and be objective with it, you're able to see like, okay, yeah, MACD is showing bearish, but not quite. We're just moving sideways. Right. Short hater, do I really don't care what Adam Aron's doing with AMC. Okay. Okay. Adam Aron's job is to save the company. Your job is to make money. Right? That's your job. Adam Aron's job as the CEO is to save a company. He's going to get paid Whether you mow ass or not, he still gets paid. It's your job to protect your family. Is it not? Is it not? Okay. Pun intended. You bring up a good question. Now, this is where we're going to go into platform and we are going to highlight. We're going to highlight options. Bad financial decisions. Absolutely. AMC, it is what it is. If you aren't making money with AMC, you're doing it wrong. That's all I got to say. And oh, how about this? Yes, this is what I'm going to do. That's what we'll do. This is what we're going to do. Because we could certainly show how AMC is a tradable stock using 1348. All right, let's learn. Let's learn. This is AMC. Price action below the 200 EMA fulfills that rule. You get a put signal. We're going for it, right? RSI breaks below its moving average. Okay, meets that condition. Moving average trending down. RSI stays for the most part below 50 as it trends down. MACD developing a nice significant mound. And that's your put signal. That's one hell of a play. Right? Ken Bill, did I short AMC? No, I didn't. But when I sold AMC at 7, I played a shit ton of options against it, made a shit ton of money, something I should have done. I mean, I should have sold at 72. I should have sold at 60 when I told everybody to sell at 60. But because of who I was and, people were like, oh, but you betrayed the movement. Like, no, I didn't. I was literally trying to help you guys make some money. Anyways, going back to this is AMC. You could see how 1348 at its finest, you have your levels. And also with our custom charts, guys, you can see that the levels have values. So by virtue of value, how much room you have to run, right? Gotta love it. Okay, so let's find out when, okay, this is gonna be hard. When AMC was above the 200 EMA. All right, listen, charts tell no lies, right? Last time AMC broke above its 200 EMA, you were signaled a call here in pre-market, price action above the 200 EMA, and it literally just ran. It ran. It just ran. There you go. It absolutely ran. Why don't we use MTF shaft? What do you mean, like the shaft trend? We used to use the shaft trend cycle. We used to use it, but since we use mostly momentum, we found that this is an easier way to illustrate. Again, we have another example where price action is above the 200 EMA with AMC, and you got this call, and look where it goes. It goes up, right? You start running its problems when it breaks below the 200 EMA. Yeah. You could add it to the charts as well, right? But as long as you understand your RSI and MACD, you really get the gist of it, okay? So now you got the put here. Where's price action? Below the 200 EMA, right? So it doesn't matter what stock you're playing, whether you're buying shares long or buying shares short, you could make use of these indicators and make a crap ton of money. Price action below the 200 EMA. We're buys to this put. Woo, there she goes. Okay. That's it. Another great example. It breaks above, breaks below, down she goes. Okay, anyways, we're done with that. So you guys get the gist of it, right? 13 crosses below the 48. You're in a put signal. It's on the chart. Price action below the 200 EMA. RSI below 50. MACD trending red and crossing down. And you are making money to the put side. Now, let's get into the contracts. because there are too many dumb fucks playing contracts who don't know what the hell they're doing with contracts. And so we're going to go ahead and explain contracts to you and how we play contracts and how we make money with the contracts and actually how we play it safe. Now, let me just say this. 5K squeeze, I know it's cold. It's cold here in Central Florida. It was freezing. I got frostbite on my nuts. Anyway, so options. We play at the money or no more than 2 strikes out. Angel, if a person can't afford in the money strike, is it okay? No, it's not. Then that means that that particular equity or that option is just too expensive for your portfolio. I can't expect you to assume that additional risk. I can't have you assuming that additional risk simply because it's a little expensive or too expensive. Actually, I'm going to ask you guys this. What's more expensive? The cost of the contract or the amount of money you will lose by being cheap? Just think about that, right? Just think about that. Stock banker. Yep, you can play Neo. You can play AMC. You can play GME. Right? You can. I've shown you. They're tradable. You can make a shit ton of money. They're tradable. All right, guys. Honestly, check out the link down in the description. Trade 1348. Go ahead. And really, just change your life. It's 14 days on me. You're going to have these live streams also. Again, you have this videos. We're going to show you how easy we break it down. So, let's get into it. Now, the fun part. You get the basics of the strategy. In our community, we go a little more in depth with curriculum, right? It's pretty cool, the curriculum. We really get a little more in depth. We're a lot more in depth on the strategy, but you get the gist of it, and you guys can see how it works. Okay, cool. Now, let's get into platform and why so much money was spent developing platform. All right, James, you're saying, but wait, what are we waiting for? Options. Let's do it. All right, let's go. So here we have our platform here. What we're going to do is, let's see. This was Monday. TMU got alerted? Whoa. Okay. Let's go to Friday. Okay. Now, we have ticker symbol CAT. You're going to get this alert. So we click it and we expand the drawer. What we have done is created a foolproof environment so that you don't do dumb shit. Yeah, dumb shit. Now, if you do dumb shit, that's on you, but we try to make sure you guys don't. Okay. So let's look at platform here. When you get the ticker, what we're giving you are the strikes, right? So you're getting strikes 7 days out. So again, this was last Friday. So for this upcoming Friday, it's giving you the strikes relative to the price of where it crossed. So if you're trending down, you could buy a put at 240. You could buy the next strike at 237.50, or you can buy the next strike at 235. Also, what you see here, okay, are the different values, right? So 240 is going to be a little more expensive than 237.50, which is going to be a little more expensive than 116 to 125. You get the bid and ask here. You also get open interest, But you can see that there was a lot more open interest at the 237.50 compared to these two, right? Now, when I'm looking at strikes, right, whether it's at the money or two strikes away, I tend to, within these parameters, play the one with most open interest. Why? I play the one with most open interest because it lets me know that it'll be easy for me to get out of my contracts when I decide I want to dump on somebody. You also get the volume metrics here. You get the last sold at. You get your theta. You get your IV. You get your gamma. You get all of this information right here. Now, if you want to give yourself more time, right? 14 days. 14 days, we give you the price of that as well. 21 days, we give you the price of that as well. Okay? When does platform get spy alerts button added? What do you mean? Because you do get spy alerts. The collective risk. Thank you for tuning in. Now, you also get the news here, which we give to you. But also we could take it a step further and look at unusual options activity. Can someone tell me how much they're charging out there for unusual options flow? The AR guy. Okay, I get what you're saying. All right, so own separate alert system for the spy, QQQs, etc., like Discord. That's something I'll talk to Andy about. But everything would be within the 3-minute and within Invictus, okay? So, Stockbanger, 3,500 for the year for unusual whales? Wait, can someone check Stockbanger's work? Did I just see 3,500 for the year? $45 a month from unusual whales. It's $45 a month for unusual whales. Okay. All right, I want to show you guys something else. This is actually kind of cool, right? 3,500. Oh, it's 3,500 lifetime. Okay. We're only 2,700 lifetime. And you get unusual options. You get 2 daily live streams. You get the most profitable EMA crossover on the freaking planet. You get custom charts. Man. Wow. Man, unusual whales, man, you're making me feel like a peasant. But $37 just for unusual activity. That's wild. Okay. I'm going to show you guys something really, really cool. Right? Let's type in a ticker here. Let's do NVIDIA. We can type in any ticker, right? And this is what you get. Any ticker is going to give you 1348 activity. It's historical activity. It's going to give you all the news relevant to NVIDIA. And we get all that options flow. Super Show, 2,700 lifetime is a hell of a deal. $69 a month is a hell of a deal. Look at all this unusual data. Woo-hoo-hoo! We're giving you the keys to the kingdom. Right? You're curious? Let's see. What's AMD doing? All right. We have all the data. Right? 1348 activity. The price at the crosses, the price at the cross downs, and all the unusual data. Technician, why would you do 0 days to expiration? You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Super show. Can't wait for you to move back to Florida. Now, let's go ahead and look at our AI champion. Okay, so you're trading SPX and SPY only. Well, if you're looking, okay. All right. Technician. You probably don't need unusual options activity if you're going to be playing SPX and SPY, especially if you're thinking about 0 day to expiration, because that tells me you're probably playing within a 3 to 5 minute window. So technician, I'm assuming you are playing the 1 minute candle. There's no way, especially with SPX, and especially with the 0 days to expiration, that you should be playing 5 minutes, right? So if you go ahead, technician, I'll show you. Right. I'll show you. We go ahead and we take the SPY. Now we're going to do SPX. Let's do that. Because SPX, that's babe too. Now let's go to the 1 minute. Let's zoom out. All right. Now, technician, I need you to tell me, what do you think you could do with this information here? What do you think you could do with this information here on the 1 minute? Right? Price action above the 200 EMA, you get a call, you see it bounced off a level. RSI is above 50, MACD trending green. You're taking this from, 38.32 all the way to like 38.45. Do you know how much money you could be making? Well, if you don't trade off the 1 minute, man, you're probably leaving a lot on the table, especially if you're going to be playing 0 days to expiration, because technician, there's so much that could be happening within the 10 minute, the 3 minute, and the 5 minute. So you use 10 minute for the trend? Technician, really? Okay. Technician, I want you to shoot me a DM on Twitter. I really want to see how your trading set up, because, all right, so you're a price action trader, but I feel like you're leaving a lot on the table here. Chameleon, that is something that I've tasked Andy with, and Andy, well, again, these are developing iterations, right? So Ken uses the 30 minute. Okay. I'm probably going to want technician and Ken Bill. I want you guys to go ahead and shoot me a DM on Twitter. And I really want to go ahead and see what your setup is and how you're entering and exiting, right? I think there's a way we can optimize it, especially if you're using the 10 for the trend and the 3 for the entry. All right. I'll give you guys some free game. That's it. Okay. Now, let's see. Going back to all of this here. Lendomore. If you're using multi-frame confirmations of 15:30 in a 1 hour, then you're overthinking it. You're definitely overthinking it. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about our flagship product, Invictus. Right. Now, what Invictus does is Invictus attempts to triangulate the crossovers here. Right. So let's use, for instance, this Lulu play. Right. It crossed. We have that alert there. And by the way, guys, Invictus does perform fairly well. You could see 96% one day, 55% the other. That was a weekend. Let's see, we get some data here, 96, 52. It was a choppy week and a flat week. But we saw Invictus perform on trending weeks consistently in the high 70s. Okay. Let's see, Jason, when I cancel Patreon, and am I still going to get alerts on my phone? When you cancel Patreon, no. All the alerts will be in the system. Yeah, there's a lot of fake me's out there, by the way. Let's see. Technician says I only trade intraday. I don't swing or do leaps, so my trades generally last 5 to 10 minutes. I do large position size, and because I'm playing 0 days, my cons move quickly. The technician, I'll definitely like to look at the way you're trading, right? Actually, I think STV would as well. I mean, obviously, if it works for you and you're successful, like, congratulations, you're successful. Don't even listen to me. But I think there's ways we can optimize it, right, and actually make you a little more sensitive to price change. Let's see. If your trades are generally 5 to 10 minutes, then, All right, technician, I definitely want to talk to you. You sound like somebody who knows what they're doing, so I definitely want to talk to you. I want to show you something. We'll do this a little later on. I know you're only asking, but you can't. Not at this point. But I think you should try the 1 minute. That's just my opinion. Okay. So we have the alerts here. It tells you when it crosses. It tells you when it reverses. This is actually key here, right? If you're playing a play and you get alerted on GME and you're playing one direction, right? And it reverses, this lets you know, like, okay, maybe it's time to change the direction of the trade. Market nug. Let's see. So if you're using the MACD crossover, it has made you millions using the 5-second chart. Now, do you know that the MACD crossover method only has a 66% win rate? Market nug. Oh, you're trolling. You're just trolling. Right. The MACD crossover alone, you'll get burned. So, and I know you're not using a 5-second chart. Yeah, market nug. But if that's the case, market nug, let's do it. You want to live stream with me? You want to like trade like your MACD crossover method versus my method? I've been dying for someone to just trade with me, so we can show proof of concept. Yeah, that Ken Bill, exactly. Technician, yeah. Anyways, let's see. Crip Walker is standard. Okay, so we don't look for the win rate of the MACD. The win rate of the MACD alone is 66%, right, in a trending market. It's actually been proven over trades. But we're not looking for the winning rate of the MACD based on our settings. We're using our MACD to confirm our strategy. We're using the indicators together to confirm the strategy, right, which improves our win rate significantly. All right. This guy's getting me sick here. Anyways, so let's look at an Invictus cross here. So we have Apple, and this is 235. Let's bring this up. So we get let's see, this is going to be this 3. We got to go to the 5-minute. 12 plus 3, 25. So you get alerted. Now let's look at where this alert happened here. So Apple. It alerted at 2:35 right here on this candle. That's 2:35 on this candle. And then it finally crossed. So what Invictus is attempting to do, right, is it will go ahead and alert you on a candle. You then go ahead and look at the strategy and you look at RSI relative to, is it above the 50? Is it trending above its moving average? Is the MACD plotting green bars on this histogram? Is the MACD line above its moving average and trending up, right? And we look at all these things. We go ahead and say, okay, is this at a level? It is. So at this point, we can guesstimate that this will make a move to the upside. So what Invictus is doing is essentially preparing you for that potential cross. Let's see. 600 Valley of Death. Can I outtrade Master Lou? Who's Master Lou? Who the fuck's Master Lou? Let's see. Just waiting for the chat. Oh, that dude. Oh, man. I'll smoke any of your favorite fucking YouTubers. Like, it's a fact. It's a fact. It's like, not even. Okay. So, again, that's what Invictus does, right? So, Invictus, I got to stay on task here. You guys got me distracted here. I need to record these videos, like, alone. But this is essentially what Invictus is doing, right? So it's alerting you. It's letting you know if price action is below the 200, where the MACD is, and where the RSI is. Okay? That's what we indicate here on these alerts. We also let you know how many bars remaining or estimated before the cross. We also give you the price at the cross, right? These are all vital pieces of information that will improve your trading and take it to the next level. Okay. And that's really all that we have for you today. This is just a very, very generic, super generic breakdown of what we do here at Trade 1348. But as you can see with the community, we get proof of concept. All right. People are making money. There you go, stock banger. Let's see. Gabe versus Ian Dunlap. Okay, Ian, who is he? Who is Ian? Who's Ian Dunlap? I don't know who the fuck he is, honestly. Who's Ian? Somebody explain to me who's Ian Dunlap. What's it? Earn Your Leisure? Is that a channel? Okay. Okay, Earn Your Leisure. I'll probably reach out to him. Nancy Pelosi would get hammered. Hey, Rogue, that was not cool. Nancy Pelosi would get hammered. I see what you did there. That's not cool. Please don't. Let's see. You can use the Heikinashi J logo. You can change it. Again, it's a matter of preference. Jason, I suppose you can. I'll go ahead and ask Andy. I know we were supposed to have some sort of alert system for mobile coming up, right? So he's with Earning Leisure. Okay. Stock banger. Love to see it. Anyways, guys, look at we've been on stream for an hour and 15 minutes. Wait, he says he's the greatest investor of our time? Huh. So, investor and trader, there's a difference. There's a difference. Like me, Kevin is an investor. I'm a trader. There's a difference. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to the guy. He trades as well. Okay. I'll have to go ahead and check him out. Gabe met me, Kevin, go get a jet. Gabe versus Kramer. Oh boy. Anyways, guys, I'm signing out. It was fun. I'll make sure I'm 100% tomorrow, and I won't be high on NyQuil or DayQuil. Yeah, DayQuil. Anyways, yeah, I'm live, Vincent, but not anymore. I'm signing out. Make sure you guys check out the link down in the description, trade1348.com. Go get you some. Look at, you're risking nothing. It's 14 days, right? I can make you a believer. I could definitely make you a believer in 14 days. Actually, I could probably make you a believer in 5 trading days. All right.